Makara Sankranti is a Hindu festival celebrated in almost all parts of India and Nepal in a myriad of cultural forms. It is a harvest festival. It is the Hindi Indo-Aryan language's name for Makara Sankranthi. Makar Sankranti marks the transition of the sun into the zodiac sign of Makara rashi on its celestial path. The day is also believed to mark the arrival of spring in India and is a traditional. Makara Sankranti is a solar event, making one of the few Indian festivals which fall on the same date in the Gregorian calendar every year, January 14, with some exceptions when the festival is celebrated on 13 or January 15. History: according to the Hindi calendar, Makar Sankranti is festival celebrated for New Year for Hindus. Date and significance: Makar Sankranti has an astrological significance, as the sun enters the Capricorn zodiac constellation on that day. This date remains almost constant with respect to the Gregorian calendar. However, precession of the Earth's axis causes Makara Sankranti to move over the ages. 1,000 years ago, Makara Sankranti was on December 31 and is now on January 14. According to calculations, from 2050 Makar Sankranti will fall on January 15. Makara Sankranti is a major harvest festival celebrated in various parts of India. Makara Sankranti commemorates the beginning of the harvest season and cessation of the northeast monsoon in South India. The movement of the sun from one zodiac sign into another is called Sankranti, and as the sun moves into the Capricorn zodiac known as Makara in Sanskrit, this occasion is named as Makara Sankranti in the Indian context. It is one of the few Hindu Indian festivals which are celebrated on a fixed date, that is January 14 every year. Makara Sankranti, apart from a harvest festival, is also regarded as the beginning of an auspicious phase in Indian culture. It is said as the holy phase of transition. It marks the end of an inauspicious phase which according to the Hindu calendar begins around mid-December. It is believed that any auspicious and sacred ritual can be sanctified in any Hindu family this day onwards. Scientifically, this day marks the beginning of warmer and longer days compared to the nights. In other words, Sankranti marks the termination of winter season and beginning of a new harvest or spring season. All over the country, Makara Sankranti is observed with great fanfare. However, it is celebrated with distinct names and rituals in different parts of the country. In the states of northern and western India, the festival is celebrated as the Sankranti Day with special zeal and fervor. The importance of this day has been signified in the ancient epics like Mahabharata also. So, apart from socio-geographical importance, this day also holds a historical and religious significance. As it is the festival of sun god, and he is regarded as the symbol divinity and wisdom, the festival also holds an eternal meaning to it. Makara Sankranti and the winter solstice. Many Indians conflate this festival with the winter solstice, and believe that the sun ends its southward journey at the Tropic of Capricorn, and starts moving northward towards the Tropic of Cancer, in the month of Pasha on this day in mid-January. There is no observance of winter solstice in the Hindu religion. Further, the sun makes its northward journey on the day after winter solstice when daylight increases. Therefore, Makara Sankranti signifies the celebration of the day following the day of winter solstice. Scientifically, if winter solstice occurs on December 21, the sun ends its southward journey on that day, and therefore, the day will be the shortest of the year and the night will be the longest. Daylight will begin to increase on December 22, and on this day, the sun will begin its northward journey, which marks Uttarayana. Sankranti is celebrated all over South Asia with some regional variations. It is known by different names and celebrated with different customs in different parts of the country, popularly celebrated in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. In India it is known by different regional names. Makara Sankranti, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Odisha, Haryana, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Manipur, Rajasthan, Sikkim, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Telangana and West Bengal, Pongal, Tamil Nadu, Uttarayan, Gujarat, Maghi, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. The day before, People of Punjab celebrate Lohri. Bhogali Bihu, Assam, Shishar Sankranti, Kashmir Valley, Kichdi, Uttar Pradesh and Western Bihar, Makara Sankranti, Karnataka. In other countries too the day is celebrated but under different names and in different ways. Nepal, Makara Sankranti, Theru people, Magi, other people, Makara Sankranti or Makara Sankranti. Thailand, AAA squared unregistered trademark AR to the first A Songkran, Laos, Pai Ma Lao, Myanmar, Phingyan, Cambodia, Moas Sankran, Sri Lanka, Pongal, Ursavath Tharunal, traditions, rituals and celebration. It is celebrated differently in different regions of India. Andhra Pradesh, the festival, Sankranti, is celebrated for 4 days in Andhra Pradesh as below. Day 1 a Bogi, Day 2 a Makara Sankranti the main festival day, Day 3 a Kanuma, Day 4 a Mak Kanuma. The day preceding Makara Sankranti is called Bogi and this is when people discard old and derelict things and concentrate on new things causing change or transformation. At dawn people light a bonfire with logs of wood, other solid fuels and wooden furniture at home that are no longer useful. The disposal of derelict things is where all old habits, vices, attachment to relations and material things are sacrificed in the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra, known as the Rudra Gita Jnana Yagya. It represents realization, transformation and purification of the soul by imbibing and inculcating divine virtues. In many families, infants and children are showered with the Indian jujube fruit Ziziphus mauritiana, called Regi Pandlo in Telugu. It is believed that doing this would protect the children from evil eye. Sweets in generous quantities are prepared and distributed. It is a time for families to congregate. Brothers pay special tribute to their married sisters by giving gifts as affirmation of their filial love. Landlords give gifts of food, clothes and money to their workforce. The second day is Makara Sankranti. People wear new clothes, pray to God, and make offerings of traditional food to ancestors who have died. They also make beautiful and ornate drawings and patterns on the ground with chalk or flour, called muggu, or ringoli in Telugu, in front of their homes. These drawings are decorated with flowers, colors and small hand-pressed piles of cow dung, called gobama. For this festival all families prepare arislu, appaladappalam and make an offering to God. On the day after Makara Sankranti, the animal kingdom is remembered and in particular, the cows. Young girls feed the animals, birds and fish as a symbol of sharing. Travel is considered to be inappropriate, as these days are dedicated for reunion of the families. Sankranti in this sense demonstrates their strong cultural values as well as a time for change and transformation. And finally, gurus seek out their devotees to bestow blessings on them. On the third day, Kanuma is celebrated. Nowadays Kanuma is not being celebrated widely as it used to be but is an integral part of the Sankranti culture. Fourth day is called Mak Kanuma which is popular among the non-vegetarians of the society. People in coastal Andhra do not eat any meat or fish during the first 3 days of the festival, and do so only on the day of Mak Kanuma. Another notable feature of the festival in coastal Andhra Pradesh is the Haridasa who goes early in the morning around with a colourfully dressed cow, singing songs of Lord Vishnu hence the name Haridasu. It is a custom that he should not talk to anyone and only sing songs of Lord Vishnu when he goes to everyone's house. On this occasion, in every town and city, people play with kites and the sky can be seen filled with beautiful kites. Children and elders enjoy this kite-flying occasion. Assam. Mao Bihu in Assam, the festival is celebrated as Bhogali Bihu. Mao Bihu or Magadamai, is a harvest festival celebrated in Assam, India, which marks the end of harvesting season in the month of Mawa. 1. It is the Assam celebration of Sankranthi, with feasting lasting for a week. 2. The festival is marked by feasts and bonfires. 3. Young people erect makeshift huts, known as meji, from bamboo, leaves and thatch, in which they eat the food prepared for the feast, and then burn the huts the next morning. 4. The celebrations also feature traditional Assamese games such as tikka libhonga and buffalo fighting. 5. Bhogali Bihu. Bogali Bayu comes from the word pog, that is eating and enjoyment. 9. It is a harvest festival and marks the end of harvesting season. Since the granaries are full, there is a lot of feasting and eating during this period. On the eve of the day called Aruka, that is, the last day of Pausa, menfolk, more particularly young men, go to the field, preferably near a river, build a makeshift cottage called palaga with the hay of the harvest fields and the magi, the most important thing for the night. During the night, they prepare food and there is community feasting everywhere. There is also exchange of sweets and greetings at this time. The entire night is spent around a magi with people singing Bayu songs, beating tol, a typical kind of drums, or playing games. Boys roam about in the dark stealing firewood and vegetables for fun. The next morning they take a bath and burn the main magi. People gather around the magi and throw pithas and beetle nuts to it while burning it at the same time. They offer their prayers to the god of fire and mark the end of the harvesting year. Thereafter they come back home carrying pieces of half-burned firewood for being thrown among fruit trees for favorable results. All the trees in the compound are tied to bamboo strips or paddy stems. Different types of sports like buffalo fight, egg fight, cock fight, nightingale fight, etc. are held throughout the day. There are other conventional festivals observed by various ethnic cultural groups. Midamifi, Aliigang, Porag, Gaja, Hapsihatanai, Karai are few among them. The Koch celebrates this Bayu as Pushna. 10. All Assamese people around the world celebrates this tradition on the month of January as per English calendar. The Aruka comes on January 13 and Bayu is on 14/15. Instruments used in Bayu include tol, tal, pepper, toka, bani, ksutulai, gogana, Bihor and Jharkhand. In Bihor and Jharkhand, the festival is celebrated on January 15. On January 14, it is celebrated as Makar Sankranti or Sacred or Khichdi. As in other parts of country, people take baths in rivers and ponds and feast upon seasonal delicacies as a celebration of a good harvest. The delicacies include chura, ga, various sweets made of til such as tilgul, tilwa, maska, etc., curd, milk and seasonal vegetables. Kite-flying festivals are also organized, albeit on a small scale. On January 15, it is celebrated as Makrot when people relish special khichdi. This festival is considered to be one of the most important festivals. People start their day by worshipping and putting til into fire, followed by eating dahi chuda along with tilkut and li. Generally in the morning people eat chuda dahi with kohada carb bhujia, which is made specially with sugar and salt combination without adding water in it, with lots of lai, that is ladus made of til, chuda, chaul, rice. Women used to prepare these things in groups. After a such heavy meal it becomes next to impossible to eat lunch in the afternoon, so people spend the time in greeting others and playing with kites. At night a special khichdi is made. Khichdi ke foya, trika, papad, ghee, achar. Some prefer to add many more side dishes with khichdi like chutney, tilori, etc. Since such a rich khichdi is generally only made once a year, the festival is also referred to as khichdi. Delhi and Haryana, Jats and other rural communities of Delhi and Haryana, and many neighbouring states consider Sacred or Sankranti to be one of the main festivals of the year. Halwa is cooked on this day, and one brother of every married woman visits her home with a gift in the form of some warm clothing for her and her husband. Goa, celebrations in Goa closely resemble to that in Maharashtra. It is the women folk who celebrate Hodi Kumkum. Gujarat, Uttarayan, as Makara Sankranti is called in Gujarati, is a major festival in the state of Gujarat which lasts for 2 days. January 14 is Uttarayan, January 15 is Vasi Uttarayan, Stale Uttarayan. Gujarati people keenly await this festival to fly kites, called Patang in Gujarati. Kites for Uttarayan are made of special lightweight paper and bamboo and are mostly rhombus shaped with central spine and a single bow. The string often contains abrasives in order to cut down other people's kites. In Gujarat, from December through to Makara Sankranti, people start enjoying Uttarayan. Undhiyu and Chikis, peanuts and jaggery, are the special festival recipes savored on this day. In the major cities of Vadodara, Surat and Ahmedabad, the skies appear filled with thousands upon thousands of kites as people enjoy 2 full days of Uttarayan up on their terraces. When people cut any kites they used to yell with words like Kaipo Chhe, Elapit, Furki Vet Furki, and Lapit Lapit in Gujarati language. Himachal Pradesh. In Shimla district of Himachal Pradesh, Makara Sankranti is known as Magha Swaja. Swaja is Bihari word for Sankranti, start of the new month. Hence this day marks the start of the month of Magha. According to the Hindu religious texts, on the day of Uttarayani the sun enters the zodiacal sign of Makara, that is from this day onwards the sun becomes Uttarayan or it starts moving to the north. It is said that from this day, which signals a change of season, the migratory birds start returning to the hills. On Magha Swaja people wake up early in the morning and take ceremonial dips and shower in the water springs or bowlis. In the daytime people visit their neighbors and together enjoy khichdi with ghee and kais and also give it in charity at temples. Festival culminates with singing and nati, folk dance. Karnataka, this is the Suggi opening round bracket A squared R cubed R squared, R cubed R squared, R squared or harvest festival for farmers of Karnataka. On this auspicious day, young females wear new clothes to visit near and dear ones with a Sankranti offering in a plate, and exchange the same with other families. This ritual is called Elu by Rodu. 4. Here the plate would normally contain elu mixed with fried gram nuts, neatly cut dry coconut and fine cut bella. The mixture is called elu bella. The plate also contains sugar candy molds of various shapes with a piece of sugar cane. 5. There is a saying in Canada elu bella thindu old martadi, which translates to eat the mixture of sesame seeds and jaggery and speak only good. This festival signifies the harvest of the season, since sugar cane is predominant in these parts. 6. In some parts of Karnataka, a newly married woman is required to give away bananas for a period of 5 years to married women from the first year of her marriage, but increase the number of bananas in multiples of 5. There is also a tradition of some households giving away red berries yalchaikai along with the above. In North Karnataka, kite flying with community members is also a tradition. Drawing Rangoli in groups is another popular event among women during Sankranti. 7. An important ritual is display of cows and cattle in colorful costumes in an open field. Cows are decorated for the occasion and taken on a procession. They are also made to cross a pyre. This ritual is common in rural Karnataka and is called Kikkahaisuvud. 8. Kerala, Makara Sankranti is celebrated in Kerala at Sabarimala where the Makara Jathi is visible followed by the Makara Vilakku celebrations. Kumain, in the Kumain region of Uttarakhand, Makara Sankranti is celebrated with great gusto. According to the Hindu religious texts, on the day of Uttarayani also called Ufutai in Kumain, the sun enters the zodiacal sign of Makara, that is from this day onwards the sun becomes Uttarayan or it starts moving to the north. It is said that from this day, which signals a change of season, the migratory birds start returning to the hills. On Makara Sankranti people give khichdi in charity, take ceremonial dips in holy rivers, participate in the Uttarayani fairs and celebrate the festival of Afusha or Kailkova. During the festival of Kailkova people make sweetmeats out of sweetened flour deep-fried in ghee, shape them in shapes such as drums, pomegranates, knives, and swords. They are strung together and worn as necklace, in the middle of which an orange is fixed. Early in the morning children wear these necklaces and sing Kailkova to attract crows and other birds and offer them portions of these necklaces, as a token of welcome for all the migratory birds, who are now coming back after their winter sojourn in the plains. Wearing garlands of the above eatables the children come out calling the crows with following song on their lips. Kail Kail, Polbate Ale Bopua, Kail Iakova Bara, Mike de Sunu Guro, Iakovadol, Mike de Sunu Tai. A currency a yen, 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 a yen, a currency a yen, a currency a yen, a currency a yen, a yen, a yen, a currency a yen, a currency a yen, a currency a yen, a currency a yen, a yen, a yen. Come dear crow, come daily, you will enjoy eating burra and pure. Take the burra and give me a pitcher full of gold. Take the shield and give me a golden plate. Maharashtra. In Maharashtra on the Makara Sankranti day, people exchange multicolored hoa, sugar granules coated in sugar syrup, and tilgal laddus. Gulachi poli and some gram flour which has been toasted to golden in plenty of pure ghee, are offered for lunch. While exchanging tilgal as tokens of goodwill, people greet each other with the words, a currency, a yen, a currency, a yen, a currency, a currency, a yen, a currency, a yen, a yen, slash tilgal gaon, ani god bola, meaning a euro. Accept these tilgals and speak sweet words, a euro unregistered trademark. The underlying thought in the exchange of tilgal is to forget the past ill feelings and hostilities and resolve to speak sweetly and remain friends. This is a special day for the women in Maharashtra when married women are invited for a get-together called a Euro Hodi Kunku, a Euro unregistered trademark, and given gifts such as utensil, clothes, etc. Typically, women wear black saris or black-colored outfits on this occasion. The significance of wearing black is that Sankranti comes at the peak of the winter season and black color retains and absorbs heat, helping keep warm. Maharashtra is also famous for kite flying on this special occasion. Makara Sankranti is one of the most auspicious days for the Hindus and is celebrated in almost all parts of India in myriad cultural forms, with great devotion. Millions of people take a dip in places like Ganga Sagar and Pyag and pray to the sun god. It is celebrated with pomp in southern parts of India as Sankranti, and in Punjab as Maggi. In the western Indian state of Gujarat, the celebrations are even bigger. People offer thousands of their colorful oblations to the sun in the form of beautiful kites. The act stands as a metaphor for reaching to their beloved god, the one who represents the best. In the rural and coastal areas, cockfights are held and is a prominent event of the festival. Makara Sankranti is also to honor, worship and to pay respect to Saraswati. At the start of this significant event, there is also worship for the departed ancestors. Makara Sankranti identifies a period of enlightenment, peace, prosperity and happiness, followed by a period of darkness, ignorance and viciousness with immense sorrow. The 6 months of northern movement of the sun is followed by 6 months of southern movement. Since the festival is celebrated in midwinter, food prepared for this festival is such that it keeps the body warm and gives high energy. Lady of Til made with jaggery is a speciality of the festival. In the western Indian state of Maharashtra it is called Tilgud. In Karnataka it is called Yellow Bella. In some states cattle are decorated with various colors and are made to jump over a bonfire. In Odisha people prepare Makara chola, uncooked newly harvested rice, banana, coconut, jaggery, sesame, rasagola, kailaya and chhena puddings for naivete to gods and goddesses. The withdrawing winter entails a change in food habits and intake of nourishing and rich food. Therefore this festival holds traditional cultural significance. It is astronomically important for devotees who worship the sun god at the Great Konark temple with fervor and enthusiasm as the sun starts its annual swing northwards. According to various Indian calendars, the sun's movement changes and the days from this day onwards become lengthier and warmer, and so the sun god is worshipped on this day as a great benefactor. Many individuals at the start of the day perform a ritual bath while fasting. Makara Mela is observed at Tabaleswar in Cuttack, Hatakeshwar at Atriankorda, Makara Muni temple in Balasaur near various deities in each district of Odisha. In Parai special rituals are carried out at the temple of Lord Jagannath. In Mayurbhanj, Keonjhar, Kalahandi, Koraput and Sundargarh, where the tribal population is greater, the festival is celebrated with great joy. They celebrate this festival with great enthusiasm, singing, dancing and generally having an enjoyable time. Many of the traditional calendars in Odisha start their new year from the day of Sankranti. Various tribal groups celebrate with traditional dancing, eating their particular dishes sitting together, and by lighting bonfires. Punjab: in Punjab, where December and January are the coldest months of the year, huge bonfires are lit on the eve of Makar Sankranti and is celebrated as Lohri. Sweets, sugarcane and rice are thrown in the bonfires, around which friends and relatives gather together. The following day, which is Sankrant, is celebrated as Maggi. Bathing in any river in the early hours on Maggi is important. Hindus light lamps with sesame oil as this is supposed to give prosperity and drive away all sins. The Punjabis dance their famous dance known as Bhangra. Then they sit down and eat the sumptuous food that is specially prepared for the occasion. It is traditional to eat kheer, rice cooked in milk and sugar. The prasada often includes popcorn. Married daughters and sisters are given clothes for Lohri. Rajasthan, Makar Sankranti, or Sankrat in the Rajasthani language, is one of the major festivals in the state of Rajasthan. The day is celebrated with some special Rajasthani delicacies and sweets such as funi, tilpati, gajak, kheer, geva, pakadi, pua, and til laddu. Specially, the ladies of this region observe a kind of ritual in which they give any type of object to 13 married women. The first Sankranti experienced by a married woman is of significance as she is invited by her parents and brothers to their houses with her husband for a big feast. People invite friends and relatives to their home for special festival meals. Also, people give out many kind of small gifts such as tigud, fruits, dry chadi, etc. to Brahmins or the needy ones. Kite flying is traditionally observed as a part of this festival. On this occasion the sky in Jaipur and Hadoti regions is filled with kites, and youngsters engage in kite contests trying to cut each other's strings. Tamil Nadu. AAA Shah registered trademark, unregistered trademark, A registered trademark. A. It is a 4-day festival in Tamil Nadu. Day 1, Bogi Pandagai, A registered trademark. A registered trademark. A registered trademark. Day 2, Thai Pongal, AAA Shah registered trademark, unregistered trademark. A registered trademark. A. Day 3, Marchu Pongal, A registered trademark. A registered trademark. AAA Shah registered trademark, unregistered trademark. A registered trademark. A. Day 4, Karanam Pongal, a registered trademark. AAA Shah registered trademark, unregistered trademark. A registered trademark. A. The festival is celebrated 4 days from the last day of the Tamil month Margazhi to the 3rd day of the Tamil month Thai. The first day of festival is Bogi, A registered trademark. A. It is celebrated by throwing away and destroying old clothes and materials, by setting them on fire, marking the end of the old and the emergence of the new. Also in villages there will be a simple ceremony of Kapu Kachu will be done. The neem leaves are kept along the walls and roof of the houses. This is to eliminate the evil forces. The second day of festival is Thai Pongal or simply Pongal. It is the main day of the festival, falling on the first day of the Tamil month Thai. It is celebrated by boiling rice with fresh milk and jaggery in new pots, which are later topped with brown sugar, cashew nuts and raisins early in the morning and allowing it to boil over the vessel. This tradition gives Pongal its name. The moment the rice boils over and bubbles out of the vessel, the tradition is to shout of A Shah registered trademark, unregistered trademark. A registered trademark. A Shah registered trademark, unregistered trademark. A registered trademark. A. Pungal o Pungal. And blowing the sangu, a custom practiced during the festival to announce it was going to be a year blessed with good tidings. Then new boiled rice is offered to the nature during sunrise, a gesture which symbolizes thanks to the sun and nature for providing prosperity. It is later served to the people present in the house for the ceremony. People also prepare savories and sweets such as vade, muraku, payasam and visit each other and exchange greetings. The third day of festival is Marchu Pongal, A registered trademark. A registered trademark. A Shah registered trademark, unregistered trademark. A registered trademark. A. It is for offering thanks to cattle, as they help farmer in different ways for agriculture. On this day the cattle are decorated with paint, flowers and bells. They are allowed to roam free and fed sweet rice and sugar cane. Some people decorate the horns with gold or other metallic covers. In some places, Jallikattu, or taming the wild bull contest, is the main event of this day, and this is mostly seen in the villages. The fourth day of the festival is Kaanam Pongal, a registered trademark AAAAAAA Shah registered trademark unregistered trademark A registered trademark AA. The word Kaanam means to view. During this day people visit their relatives, friends to enjoy the festive season. This day is a day to thank relatives and friends for their support in the harvest. It started as a farmers' festival, called as Ursava Thirunal in Tamil. Kolam decorations are made in front of the house during Thai Pongal festival. Uttar Pradesh, in Hindu mythology this is the first of the big bathing days. Over 2 million people gather at their respective sacred places for this holy bathing, such as Allahabad and Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh and Haridwar in Uttarakhand. If they cannot go in river then they have to bath at home. But there is a compulsion to bath at morning while fasting. First they bath, then they eat sweets such as til laddu and gud laddu. At some places new clothes are also worn on this day. Kite flying is an inevitable part of the festival in Uttar Pradesh, as with many states of India such as Gujarat and Maharashtra. Like other places in India, the references to sweets, til and gud are also found in the song sung on this day, Meeth Gugmi Mil Gaya Til, Adi Pay Tangok Gay Deal, Jeevan Mi Bani Ras Sukoshanti, Mubarak Ho Ofko Makar Sankranti. West Bengal. In West Bengal, Sankranti, also known as Paush Sankranti named after the Bengali month in which it falls, is celebrated as a harvest festival. Paush Parban, the freshly harvested paddy along with a date palm syrup in the form of khejuragur and patoli is used in the preparation of a variety of traditional Bengali sweets made with rice flour, coconut, milk and khejuragur and known as pithi. All sections of society participate in a 3-day begins on the day before Sankranti and ends on the day after. The goddess Lakshmi is usually worshipped on the day of Sankranti. In the Himalayan regions of Darjeeling, the festival is known as Makara Sankranti. It is distinctly associated with the worship of Lord Shiva. Traditionally, people were required to take a bath before sunrise and then commence their puja. The food that is consumed consists primarily of sweet potatoes and various yams. Millions of people take a dip in places like Ganga Sagar. Ganga Sagar falls in West Bengal. Assis in the day of Makar Sankranti Hindu god Dharma is worshipped. And hotchpot or rice is offered to the god as Vog, AA Section A. The day after Makar Sankranti, the first day in the month Ma from Bengali calendar, the goddess Lakshmi Devi is worshipped. It is called Mahalakshmi Puja as the idol is worshipped in an open place. Assis, Melas, many melas or fairs are held on Makara Sankranti, the most famous being the Kumar Mela, held every 12 years at one of 4 holy locations, namely Haridwar, Pyag, Ujjain and Nashik. The Magar Mela and the Ganjayaga Mela. Makara Mela in Odisha. Tusu Mela, also called as Tusu Porab, is celebrated in many parts of Jharkhand and West Bengal. See also, Sinhala and Tamil New Year in Sri Lanka, Hindu festivals, Pohela Boishakh Bangladesh, Sankranti New Year, Uttarayan, Water Festival. References. External links. When is Makar Sankranti? Dates of Makar Sankranti until 2020. Exact dates of Makar Sankranti in different parts of the world. Makar Sankranti tradition in Gujarat.